What's up, everybody? I think that okay. So, are you people here, or is okay? Tracy, K, Kavita, what's up? Uh, Inspiration that matters. Hey, what's up? Brendan, how's it going? Christine, uh, wow, lots of people. I can't keep up. Um, so, hello, everybody. What is up? I just thought I would pop in here for a second. I don't really have anything particularly interesting to talk about. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those. Um yeah, I don't have any topic that I particularly want to talk on. I had this on the background, forgot and got spooked. Sorry, I scared you. Am I feeling better? Yes. Yes and no. My knee is still like it's not 100%, so it's uh I can't even like walk normally yet, so I'm still like gimping around, but it's getting better. It's still kind of like achy. I feel like my knee has a headache, um so I'm just kind of over that part. But other than that, like, at least I'm not on crutches. That is such a huge, so happy I'm not on crutches anymore. um let's see. What's up, Calvin? You just texted me. Let's see. Did I ever do the Q&A with my doctor? So, yes and no. Okay, so I sent her the questions that I gathered from you guys. We haven't done it yet. Like, we were gonna do it possibly the week that I had surgery, but then we didn't get to it, and I've just been recovering. So, I'll have to shoot her an email soon and see if I can get her to shoot the video with me. Doctors are busy. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to. I'm also don't want to be annoying and like keep bugging her and be like, do this video with me, do this video with me. But she already agreed to it, so I'll send her a message and see if we can set up a time to actually do it. Um, I think. Hey, what's up, John slash Taco Burrito? um, so yeah, thank you everyone who is joining in so far. Basically, I just want to answer any questions you might have. Uh, I can't think of anything specific the only thing that's been on my mind is surgery. It's officially, I think, like 40 days away. Let's see. For 39. Well, it's basically 40. 39 days, 12 hours, 27 minutes. Um, Calvin. Yes, Calvin, we can play FIFA and we can do a podcast. Would y'all listen to Calvin and I's podcast if we made one? uh, Curious, how tall am I? I am 5'3". I am a giant. That's how tall I am. My brother is actually 6'5". I am not 6'5". He stole all the good genes. He is tall, and he's like the tall, dark, and handsome version. I'm just kind of an elf. um, am I still feeling concerned about surgery? Yes. Gosh, I think I go back and forth like every 5 minutes of like, just do it, just get it over with, and it's gonna be the last one, and you don't have to deal with it. But then the other part of me is like, man, but I don't want to do another surgery. I don't want to go through another recovery, and have it set me back more. Um, and I don't want complications, and I don't want to have it changed out or removed in whenever how many years it fails. So yeah, I'm still like so just back and forth. Like, Part of me is just like, just do it, just get it over with. Insurance has already approved it, and you're all set to go. So I've already met my deductible. Uh, yeah, I just don't want to like delay it, and then who knows what's going to happen with. I mean, if with healthcare, like it's always changing. If Trump is reelected, I have no doubt he's going to try to change up the healthcare a little bit or a lot bit. I don't know. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about delaying it. Um, Tina, hi from Boston. What is up? Let's see. Am I growing my hair out? Accidentally. I just have not gotten a haircut since before surgery. That's over a month ago. So, uh, yeah, I just haven't wanted to hobble in there with crutches. Now I don't have crutches. Um, but I'm cheap and don't want to spend the money. And also, I just really hate the social interaction that comes with getting a haircut. Just like a stranger touching your head and making small talk. And it's just basically, um, it's a socially anxious person's nightmare, being touched and talked to by a stranger. um, what time is it? It is 7:06 p.m. here in California. Um, let's see. Have I thought about an erection sleeve? I think those are a thing. Well, I have this device here. So this is like an erectile device. This is a later. Um, it works, but it also like slips off the tip of it. I don't know if I just need another size or what, but I don't know. It'd be nice to not have to deal with any sort of like external device. Um, you'll feel better when it's over. Anxiety before surgery is normal as you. Yeah, that's probably really true. I think the anticipation to it is always the worst aspect. Um, so when I think about that, thank you for the reminder. Um, it's like it's not like I've never been nervous for surgery before. I think it's just because they're so like close together that I'm just like tired. Because it's like the anxiety, the surgery, the recovery, uh, and then it's like the whole cycle all over again. Um, you feel that way about getting your hair colored. um, Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that hates haircuts too. Like I always feel better afterwards. But like sitting in a chair, being touched by a stranger and like some hairdressers are great and they like don't talk and they don't really expect you to talk, but others like talk a lot and I just am like, all right, I just listen, but I'm awkward. I just don't like it. I hate small talk. So yeah. um You like the new t-shirts. T-shirts like um new t-shirts. Did I miss something? I haven't had new t-shirts in like over a year. I wish, but I haven't. Um oh my gosh. You guys have so many questions that like I don't want to talk about. So I'll just say for here, I'm gonna not talk about relationships at this point. How about that? Um, can I talk about the whole you need dysphoria to be trans thing? Do you really want me to talk about that? That is it's been a hot topic. I don't know if it might be a little bit more like a warm topic now since it's been, I don't know, it's been talked about, like it's been like beat into the ground. Um, Honestly, I just feel like, um, I don't know, like, I mean, I've talked about it before in videos. I still don't really understand how you would know Well, okay, so I guess if you go like transgender is like an umbrella term. Um, so there's like a variety of different people that fall under it, I guess. Um, Transsexual is more of like a transition from one sex to another. Uh, yeah, I don't like so many labels and names and identities and confusion and like things are always changing. I don't know how people could transition if they didn't have dysphoria. Um, I don't personally understand it, but like, I'm not everyone. Like, I only have my own experience. Um, I think like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I feel like you'd have to have some level of discomfort or like dysphoria to want to make a change. Um, but yeah, I mean, yeah. um, John, yes, small talk is the worst. It really is. um, have I talked to others with the erectile device I'm interested in? Yes, I have. The general consensus is that they can't feel like the reservoir. Um, there's a little bit of a different feeling, but apparently you get used to it. Um, so the the pump, I used to have like a little fake pump, but I think I threw it away. That goes into your testicle can be a little just like uncomfortable because it's harder. Whereas like I have silicone implants right now. So if you squish those, it doesn't really hurt. But like the pump part for the erectile device is going to be in my sack. So if I like sit on that or squish that, it's going to hurt a little bit more. um, Calvin, any fun vacation plans? No, I mean, I might go to Disneyland because there's this dude that keeps harassing me to go. So I'm just kidding. um, Same though. Okay, Brendan, same though, but I feel like bad people get crap. I mean, like everyone's experience is different. I just feel like it's not constructive to just keep like arguing about it within the community. Um I feel like we've got bigger things to worry about than like fighting against each other because no one's changing their mind or like we're not coming to any like constructive conclusion. All I have is my own experience and um yeah, like I had really bad dysphoria. Medical transition was something that saved me. Um and I don't know. Yeah, that's just my own experience. Have I met Jamie or no? No offense. No, I have not. I don't think I've met like any other trans YouTubers, at least not in person. Yeah. Um, Boy trapped in a girl's body or girl trapped in boy's body equals transgender. That's like how I always expressed it for myself, but apparently that's like offensive. Um, I felt like trapped in my body or I was like in the wrong body. Like that's how I would best describe my own experience. But um yeah, apparently that's not like the PC thing anymore. um how does one fix atrophy one side or one limb such as yourself? Do you work on one side more than the other? No, like eventually it will even out. So um if I just I mean, I will have like isolated exercises. That's what like PT will be for. But it will eventually even out as I get back into working out and squats and stuff. Um, and more like single leg exercises, those sorts of things. Um, yeah, you can see me and Jamie being friends. He seems like a cool guy. I've seen a few of his videos. He seems chill. um, I can't imagine wanting to put your body through the hell of medical transition without dysphoria. Me either. Definitely me either. I would not. Yeah, I would not have gone through what I've gone through if I didn't have dysphoria. That's for sure. Um, yeah. Jamie and Noah are in the UK, like Finn. Oh yeah, that's right. That's it would probably they would probably be the hardest to ever meet because they live so far away. Wait, isn't Calvin a YouTuber? You've met him. That's true. Calvin has made a few videos and he's gone on quite a hiatus. And I think he should probably get back to that. Um, what is your biggest pet peeve? Um, my biggest pet peeve. When people think that like I'm Google or something. um, yeah, when people think that I'm like a Google search engine and I'm just kind of like, uh, yeah. I mean, there's times where questions are appropriate, like right now, like literally ask me questions. When I'm saying ask me questions, like anything goes. Pretend I'm Google, I don't care. Um, but yeah. Gosh, Calvin, you are so mean to yourself. Um, you feel like you would get dysphoria from an unnecessary transition. I feel that way too. I think what worries me a little bit um, is people transitioning so quickly without a lot of therapy involved. Like it's just signed consent, or yeah, signed consent, and it just worries me that people are going to like figure out later that this wasn't what was right for them, and then it's too late, it's permanent, um, and then things get a little rough and a little loud, and it slightly might affect people who are still seeking medical treatment to some extent. Yeah. uh, Drinking black tea, blueberry lemonade from Starbucks. I know you get an Americano, but what do you get when it's hot out? An iced Americano? That's funny. When did I say I get Americano? Because you're totally right. But like, where'd you catch that? I don't remember when I said that. Um, yeah, I always get an Americano. But when it's hot out, like today, I got an iced coffee. Pretty simple. Calvin, maybe we should do a collab. I agree. We should. Oh, you know what? Yeah, like it's a Saturday night, and I don't normally even socialize on the weekends, so might as well hang out with you guys, right? What do I think about Aiden Dowling? I Why do you guys want me to like talk about all the other YouTubers? No, I don't I don't know him. I think that's um yeah, I don't know. Um oh yeah, that's right. I just don't remember telling you, like, what I was drinking. Huh. Alright, so now you want me to okay, so we got opinions of Aiden Dowling and Calvin, Guerrera. I think, like, these are probably topics that I don't wanna talk about. Um, I just wanna say I feel like every YouTuber brings, like, something different to YouTube, and I have no ill feelings against any other trans YouTuber that I've watched. Um, yeah, I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Remind me if I don't know. Remind me if I don't like somebody. I don't know. Um, were your parents surprised when you first told them you were transgender? Um, I don't know if they were surprised. Um, I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask them. They shouldn't have been. But, yeah, you know, what can you do? Brendan. So, no, like, it makes sense. I do get an Americano. I'm just trying to think of, like, I can't remember when I said my specific drink. Um, Maybe we were talking about coffee and, like, what's a better drink to get besides um, something with more sugar in it. That's something I kind of might slightly remember. Um, yes, that's right. Okay, I think that's why I told you. I usually just get an Americano. Okay, that makes sense. Um, what do I watch the most on YouTube? I probably watch the mostly fitness YouTubers or like yeah, I love Casey Neistat. I'm kind of sad that he barely posts anymore. Um, I used to watch a lot of Mr. Ben Brown. Um, who else? Some other like daily vloggers that were just kind of interesting to me. Um, but mostly just like fitness stuff now. What do I think about PewDiePie? I do subscribe to him. I don't watch his videos often. Um, I don't have any thoughts on him. How do I feel about live music in the house I live in? I don't care. As long as it's not like at 1 a.m. or something and I'm trying to sleep. Um, oh my god, so I really need to stop about asking about other YouTubers. um, yeah, I think like when it comes to when it comes to other YouTubers, like I think we're all just doing our thing. I would like to meet some in person. I would be up for meeting any YouTuber currently that is making videos. Uh, yeah, I would meet or collab or whatever. Honestly, anyone. um, oh, Gabriel, that is very kind. I'm so glad that my phalloplasty videos helped you when you were recovering from your surgery. And also, congrats. uh, I don't know how to like go through your guys' questions and not like just skip the ones that make me feel awkward. Um, Teresa, thank you. I'm gonna just like start getting weird and blushy now. Um, Blair White, Sam Collins. I would gladly collab or meet both of them as well. Um, Glory of Angels. Hello and thank you. Would love to see a collab with Finn. Finn is awesome. I would definitely do a collab with him. I love how like he's always so like cheery. He's very like positive and he's funny. He's goals as far as attitude goes. Buck Angel, yeah, for sure. He's not a YouTuber. He's another trans guy. Um, well, he's not a YouTuber, but he does do other sorts of videos. um, yeah, I would collab with him. I would meet him. I know that Buck Angel can be a little bit controversial sometimes, or Trampa as he calls himself. Um, yeah. Angelo Jones, what's up? Just joining in, so if you missed this, I'm sorry, but did you make a decision about having your surgery? Uh, I did talk about that a little bit, but like just a little brief overview. Surgery, I'm still kind of like back and forth on. Um, I lean, I'm leaning, I think, towards just getting it done. Um, but I definitely have my moments where I'm just like, nope, not doing it. Mm-mm. But I tend to lean more towards getting it done because insurance has already approved it, and you all know like how hard of a struggle like insurance has been with covering simple like things like a stricture repair or a cystoscopy. So for them to approve this already without a fight, I feel like that's some sort of like reason, like that happened for a reason, and I should just do it. I'm supposed to have it. Um, Plus, I already met my deductible, so I'm just kind of like, ugh, yeah. So I'm leaning toward yes, but you never know. I could still change my mind, like in a minute. um, let's see. Thanks, Angelo Jones. uh, Maybe you addressed it previously, but what part of your transition was the hardest emotionally with dysphoria? Well, I think top surgery was like it was the most. It was like my most urgent surgery. Um, it was also the most awkward because like it was a very like vulnerable thing because the surgeon has to like look at things before you have surgery and like draw on your chest of like what he's going to do, and he took pictures and stuff like pre-op. I don't know what happens to those pictures. I don't really want to know. um so it was kind of like a really vulnerable thing. um I got a lot of relief from that though. Like it was like a game changer, life changer. I will never forget like how much happier I was um just with top surgery. That was huge. But yeah. It's Can you see my pig tattoo? Yes. This is my pig tattoo. People ask me what it means. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like different cuts of the pig. Um, yeah, these are just the cuts that you basically want to know if you are a cook. Um, if you're a vegan, probably instantaneously hate me for this. Um, but yeah, that's what it is. Describe this year so far for you in 3 words. Uh, Lots of surgery. um, those traps. How do you do that? Traps. I think a lot of my traps are actually genetic because like I I don't do a lot of trap work. A lot of stuff can depend on like the insertions of your muscles and like genetics and how you're built. Um, so yeah, if I did a lot of chap work, I probably wouldn't have a neck anymore. I would just kind of look like this. um, let's see. Thanks, Jace. um, Sorry, I'm like reading your guys' stuff. So if I'm just like staring into the camera, I'm just trying to read your questions. Uh, Before top surgery, what helped you most with dealing with dysphoria? Unfortunately, binding. Um, Definitely, I would just bind all the time, and then I had like specific shirts that I felt like hid things better. They were usually black, and they like would have some sort of thing, like some sort of design that kind of like tended to make me feel like it was less noticeable. Uh, so yeah, I was really uncomfortable. It's hard to say that I really had anything that made me feel more comfortable. I just did a lot of I bind all the time. The only time I wasn't binding was when I was sleeping, mostly. Uh, there were some times like if I slept over at someone's house, I would just never take it off. Not suggested, but that was just how it was. Um, do I ever get frustrated with the fact that my chromosomes will always be female no matter what I do? I was born female. No, because it's kind of like a waste of energy. The only time I get frustrated is when I have to like make a decision, like having this next surgery or not. Um, yeah, because I don't want to have to make this decision. I don't like that I have to like weigh the pros and cons of something that should have already been a thing. So, yeah, my chromosomes don't bother me. People like to bring them up all the time. That's, people are pretty obsessed with that. But like, you can't see them unless like, I murdered someone. I could probably commit like the perfect crime. I watch way too much Forensic Files. Um, so my DNA would come up like, you know, not male. um, I'm almost 2 years transitioning has been the best thing for me emotionally, mentally, and physically. Hystos first for me and then top surgery, so patiently waiting for all that. Nice. Yeah, I know someone who had a histo first um, before top surgery. The tattoo represents me being a chef. This is true. And then also this too, because this is mise en place. It's French. That means to put in place. That's like your setup when you're cooking. You want to get your mise en place ready. So like all the things you need to make a meal. I just no, I could tell you weren't trying to be rude. I think if you were a troll, you probably would have written in all caps and like just told me that I was still female. Or you just would have like spelled everything wrong and also simultaneously yelled at me in capitalized letters. Um, let's see. Top three YouTubers I would like to collab with. Casey Neistat. um, hmm, it's a good question. I don't know. I would like to say I would like to. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. Casey Neistat. We're just gonna go with that. He's just my top three. um, Dominic. Yes, I am trans. Um, let's see. Oh, you watch CSI a lot. I don't watch CSI. I probably would like it, but I've never actually watched it. But I fall asleep to like Forensic Files every night. I don't know why. Apparently, just murder puts me to sleep. I don't know. Well, I usually get through like maybe one episode, and it's just kind of crazy how they catch people. I find it fascinating. Just little things that just line up perfectly until they can finally figure out who did it. Um, how was the entire process of HRT for you? Did you enjoy it? Are you happy about it? Starting HRT soon, so I'm just curious about people's experiences with it. Um, I did personally enjoy the starting process of HRT just because, like, the further along I got, the more changes I saw and the more that I could, like, see myself. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if it makes sense for anyone who, like, didn't have dysphoria, but, like, I felt like there was a disconnection looking in the mirror. Like, how I felt on the inside did not match how I looked on the outside. So, like, the more or the longer I was on HRT, the more that started to match. So it was crazy, like looking into the mirror and then like starting to see myself Not having that disconnection anymore is crazy. And it's like, I don't think I even realized how much it affected me until I started hormones and started seeing the changes. And then, like, when I started seeing changes, I was just like, okay, this cannot happen fast enough. Like, it needs to keep hurrying up. Um, so, yeah, HRT for me was a great experience. The only not so great experience would probably be I felt really like tired at first. Um, it's the second puberty. So it was just like tired, hungry, uh, a little bit moody. I would get hangry a lot in the beginning. So some of those things are things to kind of be aware of, but they are temporary. So yeah. Yeah. You've been watching Forensic Files every day before work for a year. Still haven't run out of episodes. Seriously, I'm on like I forget what season. It's like episode like 30 or something. There's so many episodes, and then she just keeps going and going and going. And I'm not mad about it. I like it's become this like part of my routine. I'm gonna be sad when I run out of episodes. It's on Hulu too, so it's Netflix and Hulu. I don't know what the difference is or how they're on both. Maybe Hulu has like newer episodes. I'm not sure. I'll have to like double check, but I know it's on both. Uh, let's see. What is my opinion about Pennsylvania changing its driver's license to having designation for male, female, and gender neutral? California also has done that. Or I think they have like a non-binary option. Um, my only concern is that the right, like the extreme right, is going to go crazy about it. Um, yeah, they are very much so like already. Yeah, they just take everything. There's basically extremes on each side, and it's like they feed each other like things to be mad about. Um, so yeah, when there's like little changes in that, you've got like activist mommy, for example, who thinks that like anything trans is like crazy gender insanity, and I just that's the only thing that worries me about it is the people who are going to be pissed about so many things changing for like a community. Yeah, yeah. Um, okay, well, let me just explain it this way. So when okay, so there's like sometimes the pendulum swings from one end to the other really quickly. I'm afraid there's going to be like backlash if there's like too much swinging of the pendulum one way. Uh, like the other side's just going to want to like swing it right back to like way back. I don't know. I worry about trans folks and needing medical attention, needing insurance to cover surgeries, anything like that. Like that is my biggest concern when it comes to the trans community because I know how like life-saving my surgeries were for me. So to think that there's potential for that to be taken away, that's when I get worried. I don't know if there I don't know. Like I don't know what sort of things will all I know is that Trump and like Pence, like that administration would probably get rid of any sort of gender affirming surgeries if they could at this point. Um, so yeah, I just that's what I worry about. Um, let's see. I just missed a bunch of questions. Okay. Someone's just oh, so you're just asking me about all of the other trans guys. Um, Charles, I watched him way back. like before I started transitioning. I always thought he was cool. And he was like one of the first guys to put videos up on YouTube, I think. I've met Jesse Diamond. He's a nice guy. Um, there is no perfect crime. This is true. To do. Sorry, I'm sorting through questions right now. Uh, the forensic files narrator's voice is so relaxing and calming. So it really is like there's something about the way that he talks. It's just like it's kind of soothing, and it's stupid because like he's talking about murder, but his voice is soothing. So I almost feel like an asshole for like falling asleep to forensic files. Like I'm falling asleep to like murder and blood and crime scenes, but it's the guy's voice, I think. I feel like if he narrated a different show, it'd probably work as well. It'd be nice if he narrated something a little less violent. Did I ever go through a period where you thought you were non-binary or trans masculine, or did you just know you were a man? No. I think in the beginning, I was wondering, or not wondering, I was kind of like, oh, maybe I'm just gender queer. I like wearing, men's clothing and stuff. Um, but then I was like, no, it's not just about my clothes. It's about my body. Um, so I was just like, okay, trans, need to start this shit, you know. um, what do I know about intersex people? Not a lot. Not a lot. You asked because there's some trans guys that identify as lesbian, the non-binary pride. Yeah, I identified as a lesbian. I thought I was just attracted to women. Um, but then, you figure out like I was always really like um always insecure about my body, and like I didn't know that it wasn't normal. There was like a disconnect in what was actually going on. Um like I hated any sort of curve, or like I just didn't like to appear feminine at all. Like I felt really insecure about that. Um and then just like, yeah, body, like wanting a flat chest and stuff like that. I think a lot of people confuse gender expression with gender identity. People think that, oh, I like to wear men's clothes, that just automatically makes you trans. And it's just like, no, like one way that I would differentiate it is that like if you stand in front of a mirror naked, um, do you still think that you are trans? Like if you're not wearing any clothes at all and you still feel dysphoria about what you look like, I feel like that's kind of like the way that I would describe it, because I'm just like, it's not about my clothes, it's about my body. Um, like I didn't feel more comfortable with just the clothing. It went further than that. I think there's people who like think that they're trans or think that they're non-binary because they dress a certain way, or they like male activities, or they're just more masculine in general. And it's just like, no, that doesn't make you trans. Feel free, like I feel like we enforce gender stereotypes even more so by changing the names of genders. Like there's nothing wrong with being a masculine female, there's nothing wrong with being like a more feminine male. We kind of enforce gender constructs more by giving them new names. It's just like, oh, you like wearing boys' clothes, but you are female, so you're non-binary. And it's just like, no, I like, you're a human. It doesn't make you like trans, it just makes you get to be whoever you want to be. So I don't know. I missed a ton of questions. All right. Whoa. Sorry. I'm just over here talking about nothing anymore. Um, it's best not to trigger radicalized people. I can agree with that. I mean, I'm not going to, uh, like, I can trigger anyone at any point in time for sure. It's really easy to trigger radicalized people, actually. I prefer not to, but sometimes it just happens. Um, do I sometimes look in the mirror and believe that's you, not in a good way or a bad way, just confusion? Maybe that's just me. Um, no, I think like when I look in the mirror and like it's almost like a sense of relief because it's just like that's me. Like holy shit. Like sometimes I still have disbelief because like I'm like holy shit. Like I finally see myself. That's how I feel. Like sometimes I mean, I wouldn't say I like forget, but it's almost like this validation or reassurance. Like you look in the mirror, you see yourself, and you're like, whew, okay, still me. Awesome, cool. Yes, that you can be extremely horny at the beginning of starting HRT. This is true. um, oh, thanks. Thanks, Teresa. I've gotten a few. I have like a few different opinions about my voice. My one is that my voice is annoying, um, or it's soothing. I get both ends of the spectrum. I don't really know which one is which. I'm just gonna go with somewhere in the middle. My self review of my voice, somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Um, Trump did say he will support the transgender community. Eh, I don't think it's really possible to believe everything he says at this point. I don't know that anything he's really said, he's really like been truthful about. I don't know. Cody, could you tell me the best way to contact you about personal training? I'm trans and want to lose dad bod. Yeah. Um, you can always email me. I'll leave my email down below. But you can also check out my website. I have all my training information on there. www.codyharmon.com/Coach Cody. That will take you to the training. My email is coachcodyharmon@gmail.com. So yeah, email me, check out the packages. I have a lot of spots open right now. It's summertime. People don't want to commit because they're all vacationing. So I do have spots open right now if anyone would like to sign up with me. Yeah. Um, whoa, sorry. I just like skipped way down. Um, oh, thanks, Jace. I appreciate that. um, what's the best way to build your pecs before surgery and also abs? Any sort of chest press exercise. Usually, when I work out, I do like body part split. So I'll do like chest, shoulders, triceps, and then I'll do legs, then I'll do back and biceps, then I'll do chest, shoulders, triceps again, then I'll do legs, then I'll do back and biceps. So I do like a 6 day training split. Except for right now, I can't do legs, so it's just arm day every day. But I usually tend to try to do at least like 3 exercises per muscle group. So I'll do like chest press or dumbbell chest press. I'll do like dumbbell flies. Then I'll do like incline dumbbell press, like, and then yeah. So basically, any chest exercise with the, I'll do like 4 sets of 8 to 12, 4 sets of like 2 to 6, depending on like if I'm training strength or if I'm training for height hypertrophy. It all just depends what your goals are. But if you're trying to build your pecs, I would probably choose a rep range between 8 to 12. Um, okay. Did I miss something? Cody is not a butch lesbian. Did someone say I was a butch lesbian? Um, I fall asleep to the FBI files. I'm glad to know that other people fall asleep to crime shows. How did my parents react to my transition? I think probably just I yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Next question. Um, oh, Sarah, thank you. Yes, thumbs up is great. I appreciate all the thumbs up. Um, there are even butch straight women. That's actually very true. Um, there's so many ways that people can express their gender and have it mean absolutely nothing. Like just because you're a girl who is masculine and dresses in like boys' clothes or whatever, it doesn't mean that they're a lesbian. They can totally be straight. There's so many assumptions we can make about someone's gender or sexuality just by like the clothes that they're wearing, and actually it doesn't mean anything. Um, my voice sounds normal. Thank you. I'm glad. um, Best advice ever: Separate underwear. Yes, I'm wearing Separate underwear right now. Yep. Let's see. Trump hasn't been truthful. He's just saying he's supportive to get votes. He made it very clear how he feels about the LGBT community. Yeah, I don't trust it because like Pence is the vice president. We all know that Pence is not remotely a fan of the LGBTQ community. Um, so, like in my opinion, Trump is like highly influenceable, and Pence is the vice president. So, also he wants the evangelical vote. Um, so yeah. Um, Kevin, let's get sushi. Okay, I like sushi. That sounds great. I don't think any politician will support the community. I have a good feeling that Pete Buttigieg would support the community. Something about him being a gay man, I think, is helpful. I mean, um, I mean, like, no guarantees. Just because he's gay doesn't mean he's gonna, support the trans community. But from what he said so far, it's been positive. But words are one thing, actions are another. Um, Men's clothes are 100% more comfy than women's clothes all used to wear. I agree with that. I might be biased, but yeah, I agree with that. did you did you wear male or female clothes when you presented as female? A little of both. Uh, I wore mostly like male clothes, like boys' clothes growing up. And then I went through my trying to be more feminine phase, and that's when I switched over to like women's clothes. And then I got married, and then after I was divorced, I went back to men's clothes because that's how I felt most comfortable. But yeah, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Oh man, where would I go? I really want to go to Spain. Um, yeah, I want to go to Spain. Good food. But I'd also like Japan for sure. I mean, I love sushi, so I want to know what like you know, American sushi isn't sushi. It's just very not authentic. So I want, I want to try the real stuff. um, Clothes in general are overrated. I'd have to agree with that as well. Are separate check underwear good for sensitivity even before any surgery? Good for sensitivity. I'm not sure if I understand what you mean there. We should do the Amazing Race. Oh man. Yeah, I have to get a passport first. I haven't updated my passport, so technically I can't leave the country. Ah, Lex, thanks. Uh, I appreciate that. Is anyone else on here also a patron of my Patreon right now? Calvin, murder, not murder. That's legal. Tough murder is great. I've been trying to get him to go with me. Calvin, you're not supposed to tell people you're trying to get me to murder somebody. Can the passport have your present gender? Yes, it can. I just have to apply for a new passport because my other passport is probably expired by now, anyways. Um, but is also very outdated and doesn't have my legal name and gender on it anymore. So I have to figure out how to do that. But I hate paperwork. It's super overwhelming. It gives me anxiety. But I need to do it if I ever want to leave the country again. Um, sensitive as in painful rubbing on the clothes sometimes. Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't have any sort of like pain or anything from wearing Cybertech. It's been comfy. No weird rubbing or anything like that. Um, oh, I was just wondering what your girlfriend is, AJ. That's funny. Um, Jeff, yes. Oh yeah, I remember seeing you. And cool. It's cool to see it. Some of you guys are patrons. I feel a little bit vulnerable right now, though. Now that I know that you guys have seen too much. All right. How do you get to my Patreon? That's a good question. I'll link it down below. Uh, so if anyone wants to see my penis, this is the link that you go to. I'm gonna put it down there. Keep in mind, I'm only on day 7 post-op posting right now. I'm going kind of like in order. I'm doing like blogs with each post. Um, So what you see, if anyone jumps on there right now, what you see right now is only a 7-day post-op. Well, there's a first day, then there's a 7-day post-op photos. So it looks way different now. Like, don't freak out. The healing process is brutal, but it changes a lot. So that's my Patreon. I'm going to like keep it progressing through the healing process and like little things in between. So I basically just started talking about day 1 surgery, what it's like each day. That's what I've been kind of doing so far. And I just shared a 7-day post-op phallus photo. So yeah, have fun with that. um, how does my group training program work? So group training, good question. Very good question. So right now, I'm gonna link that too. Sorry for just giving y'all the links for all of my shit. Um, so well, group training. Let me get the link first. It starts Monday. So group training has like a start date, and it's only gonna be like there's only 10 slots per group. Um, that's linked to group training. So it's not as personalized as the individual plans. So we have like a start date and an end date, and then there's workouts each day. But it's not personalized to your schedule. Like the individual plans are personalized more to your schedule, how many days a week that you can work out. And then for the individual, there's like your custom macros and custom food guide. But for the group training, it's like a whole 30 base plan. So it's like guidelines of food and it's no processed foods. Uh, so that is the plan for the group training. But you also get workouts, and then you get access to the group chat. So you can, of course, always ask questions about things if you need. If you like have modification questions, then you can ask me through there. You can talk to other people in the group. So it kind of like you can build community, create community, talk to other people, kind of feel like you're a team or like you're going through the same thing with other people if you're having a rough time. So that's the plus of group training, and it's only $35 versus the individual plan is $80 for 4 weeks, and then the group training is $35 a week. So it's kind of good if you like want to like give it a try just to see if you like it. Um, you get access to the app too that I use, so that's where everything is done is in the app called Trainerize. That's where you get your workouts. That's where you can track your progress, and your food stuff is all it's all right in one spot. Yeah. Um, let's see. You're not sure you'd want to see me in the nude. I know. I don't. I understand. uh, patron. Oh, patron documentary is very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for reading. It's kind of weird. I kind of like it's almost been a little bit therapeutic for me to also write out my experience. I didn't really expect that, but it's actually felt pretty good to kind of just write out and relive the experience again. Um, yeah, it's almost like a reminder of how far I've come and like how kind of like crazy anxious that spot was at that point in my life, and like writing out the feelings of it and just kind of leaving them in the past. Um, so before any surgery at all, they would help me out with that. Uh, I don't know if I understand what you're asking me. um, Most women are pervs, most in a hood way to mean good, just that most women don't have filters. Oh my god, I just thought I was supporting your YouTube channel. Well, that too. Oh, you're from Spain. Awesome. I want to visit your country. Okay. You have to catch up on my Patreon post. Yes. I've been posting every day since July 22nd, except for today. I took a little break, little writer's break. I had some like client programming to do today, so I was just like overwhelmed. My brain was feeling a little tired, so I didn't put up a post today, but I will be continuing tomorrow. And yeah, back to the the penis blog. um, what's my go-to curse word? Definitely fuck. I Yeah, it's my go-to word. How's recovery going in terms of strictures, fistulas? Strictures, currently I am stricture free. Fistulas, I've been fistula free since like right before I had glandsplasty. Like it finally like stopped being an issue, I believe. Um, am I gonna watch Dora and the Lost City of Gold? I don't think so. How's my arm doing? You were having issues with that, and you're like, yeah, my arm is, unfortunately, the fat that I had grafted around my wrist has dissolved, so it's feeling tight again. With each grafting that they do, it kind of like stretches the skin a little bit each time. So even if it does dissolve, it's still like slightly beneficial. Uh, but it, yeah, I don't know if anyone remembers the first time that I had, not the first time, but the last time I had fat grafting, I had like a wrist kinkle because he put so much fat in there because he knew it was going to mostly dissolve. So he was just kind of like hoping some of it would stick around. Um, but yeah, it all dissolved. There's none left, and then it's pretty like it moves a little bit more, but it's still pretty sticky to my muscle. So that's where like the tightness comes. Um, the information on your Patreon is very helpful. I'm getting my top surgery next week. I'm excited and nervous at the same time, but I'm also considering bottom surgery in the future. That's awesome. Congrats on top surgery. That's exciting. Next week. That is super exciting. Uh, Also cool. Like I'm glad that like it always makes me feel a lot better when people are like learning things about surgery for themselves and or just education in general. Like it makes me super happy to hear that it's been helpful. Um, if you can do Patreon, such as I, buy his cookbook, no nudes there. Not yet, at least. Maybe volume two. There might be some. I'm just kidding. um, my favorite curse word. Also, glad to know I'm not the only one. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good strong word. It gets the point across. I was joking. I will join when I set up PayPal. Sweet. Um, let's see. So, Separate underwear will help me in terms of no rubbing on my clothes and becoming painful due to that. I mean, everyone's different. I'm not sure on your situation in particular, but I haven't noticed any sort of um, rubbing or any sort of pain due to that with this underwear. Can I feel my hand? I can feel my hand. Um, Mostly. It's really, really tingly right here because the nerve stuff that I had. So this is, yeah, very, very tingly. I can feel like all the inside and all that stuff. I can't really feel this part. Like this is numb. I can feel my nerve right here, which is really, really sensitive and like extra sensitive and jolting and sends a jolt up through my hand. But yeah, how tall am I? I am 5'3". I'm not tall. All right. How long have I been here? I've been here for an hour already. Might I think it's time probably for me to wrap it up. So yeah, do you guys are you guys into the live thing? Should I keep doing this? Should I do it on Saturday? I kind of said I would do it every Saturday, but um, yeah, if you guys find it helpful or enjoyable, I will keep doing it. But yeah, if you let me know if it's something that I should keep doing, then I will. That sort of thing. Um, when they do this type of surgery, does a graft have to come from your arm? No, it can also come from your leg. Some other surgeons do like an abdominal flap, but the most common is from the arm and the leg. I went for the arm because I didn't like. I'm a small person guy, 5'3". So uh, the graft they take from your leg tends to be girthier, depending on your body fat percentage and that sort of thing. But so I was just wanting something that would kind of fit my stature. So I went with the arm and like sensitivity apparently is like better with the arm graft. So that was another thing that was important to me. Yeah, so that's why I chose the arm. Um, Thanks, Tina. All right, cool. Awesome. If everyone is digging the live stuff, I will keep doing that. So just kind of expect, probably, I'm just going to do them every Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'll schedule it like earlier in the day, so it'll be a little bit of a reminder. But yeah, I should probably at some point, pick up the cooking stuff again as well. If you guys are into the cooking classes that I used to do. Um, let's see. Love the live. Nice to interact outside of Instagram. Next time we all grab a beer or drink of choice. Have a party. Yes, that sounds nice. Let's all grab a beer. Who is in my area? Let's do a meetup. um, thanks, Jet Joe Johnson. Yes, I appreciate that. Hopefully the positive mood will last even if I, go through the next surgery. It's always hard with recovery because it just feels very isolating, I guess you could say. Recovery is always lonely. Um, so but I'm finally like recovering from this surgery. I'm like starting to get out of that funk. I'm gonna go back in. But yeah. Oh gosh. Yes, exactly. I roll to that. Yeah. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go now. I'm not gonna answer the question that I was just asked. But yeah, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in and for asking questions. If you have any other questions, uh, join in next time and I can answer them live. And yeah, peace out. I will see you next Saturday.